So anyway guys, just make sure that if you're focusing on making sure that your love for yourself is doing something to help yourself succeed, just make sure if other people are in your way of what you want to do, then just focus on something that you love to do. Because they are never looking after you, so what's happening is they're looking to actually be very violent with you. So what you want to do is understand that if they get in your way to do something, then you're making sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly that they want to go first in front of you to do something. So make sure you allow them quickly to do it, because otherwise they get violent with you, and that's what I mean. So make sure all the time that if you're learning very quickly upon other people who are trying to get in front of you about anything, and make sure you let them come in front of you, because that way you're less violent with them, and you're making sure that you're more of someone that you need to be to succeed. So love your life differently, guys, and make sure that you're learning how to talk to yourself more than other people. So you understand straight away that if you're doing something that's nice and beautiful for yourself, you're learning very quickly upon what love for yourself is every single day, to understand straight away that you're lifting yourself and other people in the process of what you want, because that's what you have to understand straight away, that your love for yourself is the best kind of love on the planet. So if you're looking at yourself in the mirror, you understand that no matter what, I have my boss with dad here, and he is just doing something, so make sure you understand. Now I'm looking to see exactly what's happening around the world, and I understand that no matter what, that if you have a back turn, if you turn your back on people, then make sure you understand that you just never turn your back on yourself, and that way you're learning very quickly upon what you need in life, because that's the whole point, yeah? And the whole point is making sure that you can go and focus upon how people are with you, and if you focus upon something that's actually helping you move forward, then you're looking to help yourself succeed, is the whole point, yeah? And the whole point to succeed is difference. So what you need to understand, that if you focus on just talking to yourself, then make sure you understand it's the best kind of way forward for yourself to do better. So do better with yourself in terms of what you're doing, and just go wash your dishes, and understand to be talking to an audio program daily, so you can focus upon loving yourself. So that's the whole point, yeah, my life. Make sure you understand that what you want out of life is to understand yourself the most, and as you understand yourself, you're just making sure that the kettle is on always when you're making noodles. So understand that no matter what, making sure that no matter what, that if you're doing something to help your life if you're doing something to help your life to succeed, make sure that you're doing nice and beautiful aspects of life quickly, where you can focus upon something that's actually helping you move forward, and then you're making sure that you're enjoying your life differently, to make sure that you're doing something that is nice and beautiful for yourself. So make sure that you understand how to do that, and as you do that, always that you focus upon something that's actually helping you. So the whole point is understanding yourself, to go and do yourself a favor all the time, to just go and focus on your words with yourself. The most important aspect of life, and then focus on doing something that's actually helping you move forward. That's the whole point, yeah? And the whole point of life over here is doing a new life for yourself in different ways, and you're making sure that you're creating something of a new life for yourself always, to make sure that no matter what, that you're studying upon what you need to do. So if you're studying upon making sure that you're loving your life differently, then you're just learning. You're learning about different aspects of life quickly. And you're making sure that no matter what you do, that you're understanding that people only ever do what they want to do, and they never want to follow Jesus Christ to the point that you want them to. And you must understand that they never want to follow you either. Understand? What they want to follow is somebody who's more successful, and you must understand that they just want to follow themselves to be more successful, and other people never want to follow that either. So the thing is with people who are hypocrites, is they never follow anything other than something that makes common sense to them. So if you can explain stuff to them in terms of life, where you can explain to them more information about everything, then they follow you more and more, I promise you. So the more you're able to give people knowledge and communicational skills, the greater you are, is what I'm saying. So that's why I'm always talking to the audio program here. So I'm focusing on giving you guys more ideas, because that way I'm more great, I'm more somebody who's helping you every single day. So That's why I'm understanding that if you want to do something nice and beautiful for yourself to succeed, then you're focusing on what you can do daily to understand straight away every single time Jesus Christ and everybody. You understand that no matter what, you deserve success all the time if you search for it. And then understand that no matter what, that every single day I focus on something new. I'm doing something to help myself have a nice and beautiful way of life. So every single day, just focus on doing your videos every single day now. And make sure that you're always ahead of the game in terms of what you want out of life. So if you want a greater life, then make sure you do what people who do a greater life do. And make sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly upon how to print more business cards now, and more business cards and more business cards. So just be able to go into Officeworks as well and learn that you understand that no matter what, in your local printing company, that you can go online and you send them an image and you give them money online, and guess what happens? I promise you, they start printing your nice and beautiful content at the nice and beautiful printing firm, and then you understand straight away how to actually go and do what you need to do to succeed daily in different ways. And just make sure that you're learning. I mean, you have to be learning very quickly, and just be careful. And just be careful that you're doing everything with two arms in terms of shutting the nice and beautiful bowl. In terms of, let's say you did place actual hot water in the bowl, then make sure that you shut the bowl with two arms in terms of both arms that you have, in terms of both hands. And make sure you understand the world is one, but make sure you understand that what's important is understanding that if you do something to help your life to succeed daily, then you understand straight away how you are looking for a better way. So the better way forward is understanding that no matter what, you're looking to understand yourself. So as you understand that, you go and use yourself a plate over here to go and do your life to succeed daily is what you need to do. And then focus upon understanding that from now on, when I actually carry a bowl of anything, I make sure that I use both arms to actually succeed differently, and making sure that no matter what, I focus upon doing something that's actually nice and beautiful for myself. So I'm making sure that no matter what, that I'm learning very quickly upon what I'm doing. So I'm making sure that no matter what, as I focus upon loving my life, I make sure that I'm learning how to just speak with people in different ways. So I'm just focusing on myself over here. I'm making sure you understand that as I shut my bowl, in terms of as I close the lid of my bowl, I close the lid of my bowl with two hands, and that way I'm learning very quickly upon how I succeed. But my biological dad was over there just doing something to open a door for me in a way that I just do myself a favor over here, and I learn how to actually just study the art of whatever I'm doing in a way that I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do. So I'm understanding that no matter what, that I did wish somebody a happy birthday, but they never wished me a happy birthday. I mean, it's like they want me to wish them a happy birthday every year, but they never want to wish me a happy birthday. So what I do is I move on, because anyway, I promise you, it's much more how I in eternity have greater success here. So every single day, I'm making sure always to focus upon understanding that no matter what, that as I succeed, I have 23 people over here who have seen my profile today. So what I need to do is anything that's actually helping me move forward. I realize this woman over here is actually into me, and she feels that she needs me in life. So what I do is I move on in a way that I'm learning very much more about life. So every single day when I focus upon something that's actually helping me move forward, I'm looking to understand straight away how people are doing their nice and beautiful content. So I'm always understanding how I just go and do greater than these people always. Because it's more about the nice and beautiful way of life over here, where I'm understanding that it's more about the communicational skills that you give people, because that's all you need to do. Because that's what I feel, that no matter what, I have better communication skills than everybody. And that's how I see life. I see life that no matter what, I realize all the time that if you want to go and be someone greater, then you're always doing something that is helping you move forward, because that's the only way you can actually be perceiving anything that's helping you. But anything that's helping you move forward is yourself the most. So I'm always understanding that as I grow myself forward, I'm doing something to help myself succeed. And that's the whole point for me. I mean, the whole point for me is loving life every single day, to go and deliver daily my content to succeed. And that way I'm understanding that no matter what I do, that I'm looking for success all the time in different ways to enjoy myself differently. So no matter what, I understand that no matter what, I see always, I'm never jealous of anybody, but I focus upon understanding that I'm just looking at my neighbor over here in terms of somebody I was always living with before, but making sure no matter what I feel, I can see success always in different ways. So I focus on making sure that there's always something much more to do in terms of life daily. So as I go and really succeed differently daily, I'm focusing on something new for myself. And that's the whole point, yeah. I mean, the whole point is making sure that if you're doing something every single day to succeed differently, you're making sure that you have more enough success all the time to make sure that you're doing the best kind of aspects of life every time. But that's the funniest photo I can see from this guy, man. I understand straight away how I can see how he's doing all this kind of stuff. So the whole point, I understand every single day. I focus upon understanding that he's just the same guy that he was. I understand every time that what I do now is I move on, because I understand that no matter what, I focus upon learning something about everybody, and as I'm learning, I'm focusing upon this funny aspect of life, man. I understand every single day that when I really do something to actually grow myself differently, I'm making sure that I learn the best kind of art in the planet that helps me move forward. But other people can see what I'm doing. I mean, they can see exactly how successful I am. So because I'm so successful every single day, I'm learning. I'm learning how to study the art of whatever I need to succeed, and I just succeed in different ways, and that's it. I understand that this one here is actually looking for somebody, so as I understand something about life, I just have so much more content to give, and I understand no matter what, I have better. I have better always. Or since I have better all the time, I understand that they never want to message you because they believe they have some kind of value to give you. So they're just people who are just delusional. I mean, they're delusional people. So why they're delusional people? Because they believe they have more value than you, so they never have to talk to you. In a sense, so what you do is just focus on saying that you meet in terms of life. I'm pretty sure people are coming into your life where they believe they have more value than you in life. I mean, in a sense, so make sure you understand that. And it's more, they're working on the 5 job, and they're people who are no greatness in life. And now everybody has greatness, but there are people who are never as great as Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they feel that they're greater than you in life. I mean, they have no greatness in terms of celebrity fame today, and they never want to talk to you because they believe they're greater than you. I mean, in a sense, so what you do is move on. Whereas every single day, I'm learning very quickly upon what's going on. So as I grow myself and my heart and who I am, I'm learning very quickly upon what's actually happening around the world with me. So no matter what I do daily, I'm actually learning very quickly upon actually studying upon I'm studying upon helping myself succeed. And the more I succeed daily is the more I focus upon understanding that there's always more content to deliver daily, and I'm focusing on making sure that I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do. So no matter what I do, always I'm focusing on making sure that there's always a nice and beautiful remedy all the time in terms of what's happening, and I move forward in different ways. So I'm always understanding that no matter what, I am learning that nice and beautiful tactic of life. So as I move that tactic of life forward, I make sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly how people want to become famous overnight. So what I do is I focus on different areas of life over here, and making sure that if I see anything that's very smart, then I'm focusing on making sure that out of these women, I focus on this one over here. And she's the most smartest one because she's actually looking like a woman who understands about more communicational skills. So I'm focusing on understanding that every single time I do something to help myself move forward. So no matter what I do daily, I'm focusing on making sure that I can focus on seeing that nice and beautiful way of life. So the way of life that I understand something about nice and beautiful way of life is I understand straight away when I see a lion and how they want to actually rip someone's heads off. or should they are looking at you but they're really angry, or should I can see it. So what I do is I focus upon just lifting myself and doing the nice and beautiful job of being ahead of the game in terms of what I'm doing. So I want to be always more sexy and more sexy and more sexy is what I'm feeling all the time from myself. So as I succeed, I shall never perish, because I'm understanding that no matter what, that I feel much more different. I feel different about life. I feel to check Twitter over here, and I feel I'm all over the place in terms of my words over here. So making sure that no matter what, it's much more how I feel, my habits over here. So what I do is I understand that no matter what, that I learn that nice and beautiful aspect of life over here, to focus upon understanding that as I grow in a nice and beautiful way of life, I'm making sure that every single day I'm learning that nice and beautiful way of life, that I understand that over here in Gaza, I understand that there may be a nice and beautiful way of life, to understand that I focus upon that there always is a beautiful way of life. I'm understanding Israel over there, that there's 53 people in terms of life that are dying over there, and I see now, no matter what, I can just see what's going on now. I see over here that people are having a war over there in Israel, and I understand that no matter what, Gaza, I realize Gaza is in Israel, and you have to understand that they're killing people over there. So what I do is I let it be. So I never want to go anywhere in terms of life where there is people dying. So I'm making sure that as I focus upon understanding that, I'm learning very quickly how the UN, in terms of UN or something like that, I understand that no matter what, that as I understand that, I'm learning very quickly upon I'm straightly, nicely improving myself in different ways. So the UN is the nice and beautiful united, in terms of something, in terms of the UN, I realize the UN state of which country is that? I mean, united what? I mean, I'm making sure that no matter what, the UN, say UN over here, say UN country, say UN country, I mean, what is the UN over here? I mean, every single day I'm learning that united what? I mean, every single day I'm learning that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly upon every single day, just learning about what's happening about life over here. So I'm understanding how they stand for other people, and that means that they're protecting other people in a way that they never do anything other than that, but make sure they understand that's how you do it. And you have to go do that all the time. Yeah, I mean, you have to go and protect people. But the thing is always that you focus upon something that's actually helping you grow. And all the time I'm looking for new ways of relief upon what's happening around the world. So it's always a nice and beautiful way for me to love why. And because I love why, I understand straight away how to succeed in different ways. But my communicational skills is lifting me up, because it's my words. I mean, the words I'm actually saying is something more for me. So I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do to succeed. And that's the whole point, yeah? And the whole point is making sure that you're learning how to actually study the art. So if you go and place your nice and beautiful Apple Watch to be with your internet, then make sure that no matter what you can, just let it be if you want, because I understand that no matter what, that I understand my internet over here is also connecting to the Wi-Fi over here. So I'm learning that nice and beautiful way of life over here. So always be able to explain more about yourself and upon life and what's happening around the world, so that you can always understand straight away that you have to go and really understand how to absorb your words. And the words is what you need to lift here, so you can understand how to tackle the habits over here in a way that you have to understand that it's more how I feel lazy in a way that I'm using my word I. And that's everything. I'm using the word I, but it's more how I feel that I'm just all over the place in terms of my word I. And that's it, Pressure. I have to be all over the place in terms of my word I to be able to go and succeed in different ways. So as I succeed, I'm doing different aspects of life differently, and I'm focusing on my life. Because my life is very important, but I see Mayweather and Logan Paul press conference is happening, and I still see that they're after 6 months they're fighting. I mean for 6 months, I mean the event is happening for 6 months, man. I said so. No matter what I do, I focus upon helping myself to succeed differently, and I focus upon understanding that as I grow myself every single day, that I'm learning that there's always much more to do. So it's much more how I feel that no matter what, that Mayweather over here is very successful. So as I succeed, I feel Logan Paul over here is much more, let's say, in a way that he just took Mayweather's hat, and it's much more how he just goes and touches Mayweather in a way that it's just the funniest thing. So what I need to understand that Logan Paul wins extra points over here. It's the funniest thing, man. I mean, look at them. When they're actually fighting over a hat, man. When they're fighting over a hat. I mean, what idiots, man. I mean, the idiots. I'm first and they're fighting over a hat. I'm rushing out every single day. You must understand how funny this is. So Logan Paul went for the Mayweather hat, and he did grab his hat, man. But I understand. I see Mayweather is actually just. I see Logan Paul is just joking around over here. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. So these people are chasing him, and it's much more how funny this is. Whereas now, as I really grow myself all the time, I can see this is the funniest thing. So as I understand that no matter what, you guys realize this, that if you're fighting, and if you're doing something to, let's say, improve yourself, then make sure you understand that you just go and fight for yourself to improve. And make sure that no matter what, that you're looking to see exactly what's happening around the world. But make sure you understand that no matter what, you're always keeping an interest in yourself to make sure that you're learning how the word I works. Because the word I is something that you need every single day. So focus on the hype every single day to understand that no matter what, I see the police around here, so making sure that no matter what, if you're learning quickly upon what you need every single day, then you're learning what you need to do all the time to succeed. It is very different for you every single day. So focus on making sure that no matter what, that you're learning very quickly upon understanding on how they actually want to have a fight, for example, with an exhibition fight, and it's actually just a fun fight. Right? They're making this big drama around it. I understand. So no matter what, it's more how they're making money on it, and you have to understand that. So I understand that no matter what, that as I really understand that it's actually an official fight. It's an official fight, and I promise you, Mayweather never wants to lose this one. So it's actually one of those real fights, even though it's an exhibition fight. So you must understand that if you're focusing on making sure that you're learning quickly upon what you need to do, you're making sure that no matter what, you understand that Mayweather over here has better communicational skills than Logan Paul. But you must understand every single day, it's much more how you need to love yourself in a way that you're learning quickly upon what you need to do to succeed, is what it's all about. So focus upon understanding that every single day that you learn very quickly upon helping your life to succeed daily, and you're making sure that no matter what, that you're never wasting time about life. So I mean, you're making sure that every single day you can focus upon understanding that I feel Dwayne The Rock Johnson's going for the nice and beautiful over here. I'm pretty sure it's much more how I feel that he has to have his own opinion over here, but making sure that no matter what, it's more how I feel that he may be rooting for somebody over here. But me, I mean, I make sure that no matter what, I over here in different. I'm making sure you understand that I never care who wins ever again. I never care who wins. I never go for anyone other than making sure that you understand that I go for my word I, and that way I'm understanding I go with Jesus Christ. But I'm understanding that no matter what, I can already see who wins. I can already see who wins. So no matter what, it's more how I feel. So that's something that is much more going against me in terms of what. So now I understand that no matter what, it's much more how I feel, that I understand straight away how that's actually something to do with no word I. So I'm understanding that every single day, that when I focus upon understanding that something's helping myself to succeed, I understand it's my words. I understand every single day that I learn very quickly upon what I need to do, and that's why I'm very successful, because I'm learning very quickly upon how I'm actually doing life. But my Nice and Beautiful YouTube channel is actually growing. I'm growing my YouTube channel in different ways. I understand that my beautiful seminar is growing in different ways, and as I grow, I'm succeeding in the best kind of ways. So no matter what, I see people watching my YouTube videos and they're seeing what I'm doing online. But the whole point is making sure that I'm learning very quickly upon what I need to do to succeed, because that's how I actually strike up a difference over here. But I see 160 people have seen my YouTube channel in the past 48 hours alone. Unfortunately, now as I do that, I'm focusing on making sure I have more than enough to succeed with everything, and I'm making sure I'm learning quickly upon what's going on with my beautiful way of life over here. So I'm actually understanding now that what I do now is I go and eat, and I make sure that I can go and really rest up something over here in my nice and beautiful ways. I'm making sure that I go and read something. I can go and read something over here. I can make sure that I can just deliver content for myself as well. I'm making sure that no matter what, I learn very quickly upon my success here. See guys, so what they're doing with business today in terms of these people is they go do the business first and then they do it behind your back and they succeed behind your back and then they tell you how you rush it and then they show you how they've done it. I understand, but they never show you exactly what they're doing in the moment. They never want to tell you exactly what they're going to be doing because they want to go and do it first and then be able to be successful and then show you. I understand, so that's the thing, yeah. I mean, everybody does that. I mean, for myself, I show you what I'm doing and then I do it. I do it either way. I do it regardless. I'm always showing you what's happening. I'll show you that my event's coming out the 28th of May. I'm showing you how I'm making money every single step of the way. I have nothing to hide. But guess what? It just comes out like I'm successful all of a sudden overnight. And other people are watching me and they're saying, how the fuck is he successful now? But why aren't you following me? I've been giving you the content all the way along. But you are fucking so smart that you don't want to follow me. And now you're fucking suddenly curious about me. So you must understand anyway that if you're going to succeed and if you're succeeding much more, then focus on understanding that every single day you must understand that if you have connection with other people, that's because you can understand the communicational signal here. So you're making sure all the time that you're focusing upon actually loving yourself because there's a communicational thing going, and that way you understand it's all words over here. So love your life and understand that no matter what, that's why there's a communicational gap between that as well, and you're making sure that no matter what you're learning. So guys, so make sure you understand that you're just drinking water before bed, and make sure you understand that no matter what you do, that you're all focusing on yourself in a way. You just go recollect your day and be reconnecting on yourself in a way you understand that all you want to be hanging out with is yourself. And understand that when I look at people online on YouTube, I'm doing more work than them and they get more followers than me. I mean, how's that possible? I'm doing more work than them, but they are gaining more followers than me. And why? I'm actually gaining more followers than them over time because they can never cheat me out with knowledge. Actually, nothing can cheat me out with knowledge. So whatever's happening to me is very nice and beautiful in terms of my life. But the statistics that people are showing me around town over here, in terms of what they're showing me, is a lie. They're showing me lies about life. I mean, why is that? Because I deserve way more than what they're giving me. Because I understand anyway that what I do now is I understand how they're giving other people 768,000 followers out of 7.6 billion people, and other people are having 3 million followers, and they're never as great. I mean, I see people who have 3 million followers who deserve 200,000 followers. You understand? And other people who have 768,000 followers who deserve 50 million followers, mate. I mean, why is that? Because I can see, because I understand the experience level over here. Upon life, it's all bullshit. That's all bullshit to me. I mean, so what is the deal? I mean, the deal is shh. Shh. Once you shush and just put your head down and work, for fuck's sake, and just who cares about them? And just go and become more successful for yourself. I mean, who gives a fuck about the following in life? I promise you. I mean, who cares about the likes over here? I mean, never fucking rely on, never rely on likes from other people to live your life moving forward. I mean, in a sense, so what's important here is talk and talk and talk and talk. And just shh. I mean, in a sense, because people understand you're successful. And people can see you're successful. And people, in terms of when they compare you with other people, or they can see you at the top. I mean, they see it already. I mean, they shut up. I mean, they never say a word when you're making events around town. I mean, when you're charging $200 per ticket, actually, none of them say a word here. I mean, why is that? Because they're jealous. I mean, they're jealous of you. I promise you, they're all jealous of you on some level. I mean, they never want to say how you are charging $200 per ticket, man. But as soon as they do the same thing, or let's say if they're charging more than you, then they start saying, hey, I mean, look at me, man. I mean, why aren't you doing it? Then they say, why aren't you doing it? I mean, now when they're doing it more than you, and when they find more success than you, and then they tell you, yeah? Then they tell you when they're more successful. But when they're when they are less successful than you, they never want to tell you this. I mean, why is that? Orochi, because I understand that they are aware. Orochi, now, are they aware really? Orochi, yeah. Orochi, they're aware of it. Or else, although they just never want to say those words. I mean, they never want to congratulate you, really. I mean, they never want to say, hey, you're excellent, man. I love your music, man. Orochi, although my cousin recently just said that he loves my music. And guess what, Orochi's honest. Orochi's trying his best to tell me at least. I understand, but make sure you understand that no matter what, that he was jealous before of me, in some regards. I understand, but now, Orochi, I understand that no matter what, he has no word I. Orochi's still jealous. Roshi's still jealous in some regards, but he's trying to find his word I promise you. Alright, anyway, so I see my mentors are doing their jobs today. I'm making sure that you understand that as time evolves, I'm making sure I'm doing more audio content like this. And since I'm actually doing more audio content like this, I'm making sure I'm much more ahead of the game. But since I'm actually helping them out much more, I'm helping much more people live face to face. I'm making sure I'm making more money. Now I'm throwing all the money I have back into advertisements really quickly. So I was recently at the nice and beautiful Port Stephens over there, and I was at this backpackers resort where it was like a bungalow backpackers, which is a bungalow backpackers where it's like a trees event over there, man. There's all this nice and beautiful grass and trees around there, and I have nothing against it, but it's everything far away from everything, man. It's like on the countryside somewhere next to Nelson Bay. And anyway, I was there and I was saying, fuck, I have to go make events. I mean, that was over 3 months ago. I was saying, I need to make events, man. I need to get myself to events. I have to go make these events. And finally, here I am making one event. And after 3 months and more. Whereas now I feel great. I feel my time is coming in a better way. I'm making money fast. I'm making quick money. And that money is really, really something very legal. And I understand that no matter what, the other people just don't even understand what I'm doing. And as I really grow myself now, I'm understanding that these nice and beautiful bank stuff, I'm understanding that no matter what, I can just go and get the money when I do something greater for myself. I can make the money on business. I can make the real estate with business alone. You understand? So since I'm understanding that I just make $10 million with my business, I pour $10 million into real estate, and that's cash flowing for me, and I'm making money for life over here. That's it. Now understand I'm making up to 10 million bucks, and I just write that down right now. But I'm understanding that no matter what, that since I'm making my first $10 million in real estate over here, but then what I do is I leverage $2.5 million and get myself a $10 million deal right away. And now, why is that? Because that way I leverage quicker real estate and I earn money much quicker this way. So what I do is, no matter what, I realize I just go and place over here $10 million in business. Make sure that no matter what, I learn very quickly to just do all these numbers very quickly. So I just make sure that I just write 10 million. Or $10 million, I invest into real estate. And also I need to go and write $2.5 million over here is my first real estate deal. And $2.5 million is my first real estate deal, guys. So as I make $2.5 million over here, I make sure I get my 10 million property with this money. And I understand that no matter what, that it's much more how I do it easily. So what I do is just, I enjoy myself. I enjoy myself quickly now. I'm making sure I invest my first real estate money. I realize now, because that's the case, I realize that $2.5 million to go into the bank, I say fuck no. I realize that what I want to do is I want to make $10 million in business accounts right away. And I realize something now. I just won. I won over the bank. I can see how the bank is coming after you right away. if something even goes, let's say, downhill with the actual real estate business. So what you want to do is make sure that you just keep making money with business and just have $10 million in your pocket. And just keep going. Approach, it's much safer to have $10 million in your pocket than it is to have real estate. I understand? I mean, how is that possible? I love it. Which is very possible, but guess what, Approach, as soon as they want you to place, let's say, real estate into a stock market, or they want you to place your money or from the bank into the stock market, then that's when you need real estate. And you need real estate here. And that way people are giving you bitcoins or they're giving you cryptocurrency to make sure that you have money. But as I talk more and more through audio programs like this, I'm making sure I'm very successful upon what I'm doing, and I'm just talking about my life over here. And as I talk about my life, I have an interest about life, and I'm talking about something that's helping me. But I'm understanding that other people never have this opportunity. I mean, they never have opportunities like I do. I have more limitless possibilities. I'm able to go and speak about anything every single day. I'm able to express my mindset just like Larry King. I mean, it's about making sure every single day I'm learning different arts of whatever I'm doing every single day in different ways in Jesus Christ's name. I said I'm always focusing upon learning very quickly upon how to actually give you the content that you need to deserve much greater. And I feel energetic right now. I have a nice, beautiful vibe. But making sure that no matter what, I feel why. I understand that no matter what, I can see straight away how people are treating me words. And now they treat me nice and beautiful words over here. But making sure that no matter what, that as I grow myself, I understand that no matter what, it's just that kind of time. And the time was never that kind of time for us to be together. I'm not saying that no matter what, it's much more how I feel. I'm always looking at aspects of life to see which woman wants me and which woman never wants me. I mean, why? Because I understand it's just that kind of curiousness about life. And now the thing is that if you go and really, really focus upon yourself much more to talk and talk and talk and just understand that what's happening around my end of the bargain over here of investments is I'm understanding that no matter what, I have better than that. I have better than bargains. I'm making sure that no matter what, I'm learning very quickly upon how people are going separate ways over here, and people are never talking to me, and they're making sure that no matter what, they're never even talking to each other much, and they're just going separate ways. I understand, and they're losing, and that's it. Russia, you must understand that. Russia, anyway, with them there is nothing new. Russia, I can see the lifestyle with those women over here. Russia, they are so boring. Russia, they're very boring women. I understand. I mean, they have nothing to do except restaurants today. Russia, restaurants and their families. Russia, if you're never down with that, Russia, they get very boring. Russia, they never want to be with you. I mean, they never want to be with you because you never go to restaurants and with their families. I understand, and that's why they're very mature women. I mean, they're saying, but myself, I get you away from restaurants and your family as much as possible. I try to get you away from your family. And why is that? Because I'd rather travel the world now. I mean, I don't want to be with your family. I never want to be with your family. I want you to come with me to travel the world. I never want to be around my family. I just want to be around I just want to be around I only. I am my family only. I just want to be around myself. But I want you to come along with me to travel the world. I never want to be around your family. I never even want to be around my biological family. I understand? Whereas now, that's the thing, although, that there is a time and place to be around your family, though. But the time and place is only when it's a get-together once a year. I mean, do you understand? We can only afford to be with our biological family once a year. But everything else, we have to travel around the world. We have to go and make events. We must make sure that no matter what, that we're getting ahead of the game all the time. So what I do now is I have 3 months to make a 6-hour set. I'm way ahead of schedule, guys. I'm making sure you understand that. So I'm making sure I have more enough over here to make more than that. But I'm making sure anyway that I have to make as much music as I can so I can play it live. And now as soon as I play it live, I'm making sure that I never want to wait for nightclubs to make my music, man. I just want to make music. I'm making 1,000 episodes. I mean, in a sense, I'm up to my 3rd episode now, which is on Dinotopia. And I understand anyway that since I make more music, I realize, yeah, I play at nightclubs, but nightclubs is never the driven force of why I make music in the first place. I mean, you must understand that I'm making events because I need to make money. But let's say that we, as a country or nation, that we never have to make money, then I make sure I just go and never make events around town. I just go and make my own events around here. Since I realize now, make sure I understand, I'm always making events. And I understand that events are important to make. But you make sure that you understand that it's never for the money anyway. I'm never doing it for the money, but I still make the events. It's very important to make events. And now for myself, I understand that what's important is understanding now that time is going quick, and I'm understanding that I'm always learning quickly about how people are treating me and what's happening around the world very quickly with my nice and beautiful life. But I'm understanding that no matter what, I have 2 weeks over here. And as I have 2 weeks, I want to be able to just move somewhere else. I want to be able to go and dwell upon something else now. And I understand that something's happening right now where I have to change. And I want to be able to change places. And I want to be able to understand straight away what to do and why to do it. And now I understand anyway that what's important for me is I just keep going right now. And I make sure I deliver content. And as I deliver content, I'm making sure I always have more enough success to deliver what I need. So as I understand now, then just go and throw everything of my money into this event as much as I can. I mean, do you understand? Actually, there's no giving up here. And I promise you, I'm giving as much money as I can here into promotions of my business cards and also into promotions of my nice and beautiful way of hiring somebody at least to just do my FPOS machine. I realize my FPOS machine is somebody where they stand at the door over there, and as they stand at the door, I give them admission tickets. I give them admission tickets, and they walk in, and let's do this. Otherwise, rushing out. What I do is people walking in, I welcome people. I say thank you for coming, and I make sure that no matter what, I start my talk really quickly. I mean, really quickly. I start my talk somewhere, and now I understand anyway that since I have people at my nice and beautiful event, I have to get somebody to go and record me, and I have to ask somebody to do it. I have to ask somebody over here to do my recording of me. So what I do is I can record myself over here. But making sure anyway that what's important is I can ask the crowd and I say, anybody here want a free entry today? And what I do is I give them free entry. So what I do at the door is I make sure I have cash and also FPOS. But making sure that if I want to smooth everything out, making sure that no matter what, that if I do it myself, I should know. I have to get somebody to do the door, and then everything else, I understand I can do it. I can do everything else. So what I do every single day is I focus upon understanding that I never want to make them do that for me. So I make sure I ask somebody and I just say, hey, I have this nice beautiful camera over here, and I need one of you to just record me the whole day. But I need you just to go around this nice and beautiful circle over here. I need you to go over there sometimes, or sit down over here and this, and I give you free entry. I mean, does anybody here want a free entry to be able to record me for 8 hours and non-stop recording me? I mean, understand? And that way I'm understanding anyway that what's important for myself is to deliver that content. And as I do that, I'm always successful. I'm focusing on making sure that people have their questions and everything. And I'm always understanding that as I really focus upon something I do for myself, I'm learning. I'm learning something that no matter what, that they always do a great job, for example. So I just told them straight away, just go around sometimes over here in terms of around the seminar and show the people and show from different camera angles all the time about what I'm doing, and that's it, man. I mean, thank you very much. And now I understand also what I'm understanding about here is if I give somebody free entry on the day to just stand at the door. I mean, if I give somebody free entry for myself to stand at the door to do my tickets, actually now that's my hire company. Actually, I have to sell myself over here. I have to give 2 people free entries to help one individual have a free entry on the day to be at the door, and one to also be able to walk around and do my videos. I'm pretty sure that that's the thing, and I'm pretty sure that's the best way. I'm pretty sure Jesus Christ says it's more likely that you win over here. I'm understanding that no matter what, that anyway, they want a free entry over here. I'm pretty sure though, just say for the first hour, I just need somebody for the first hour to stand at the door here. I need somebody for the first hour to stand at the door to just be able to do this. And now, no matter what, I have to teach them the coaching experiences of everything. And I make sure anyway that what's important for myself over here is to learn something very quickly. That I'm learning very quickly to give money very quickly. And I give money, I teach somebody very early on about everything. And also I can get some camera hire around here. I can get somebody also to do that for me too. And now if I do that, actually it's the best way forward for me. Now Jesus Christ does that. Does Jesus Christ do that? Jesus Christ says that he can get people in a day over there. I mean, Jesus Christ says that it's much better how I do the nice and beautiful way of giving the money. I mean, give the money and help myself over here to have people prior to that to actually give them the money right away and love. And I focus on making this event nice and beautiful for me. I understand to let these people come in and just sit down and relax. I mean, it's the best thing for me. I realize I give $400. I give another $400 and I promise you, no worries. I mean, no worries. I make sure my video is beautiful. I make sure I have somebody staying the whole day over there to do my enforcement tickets. I mean, that's it. So what I do is a little bit that way. I make sure anyway that what I do now is I focus upon understanding that it's much more better for me to realize that no matter what, it's just that kind of day, isn't it? So I'm making sure I'm saving money, I'm doing my best job, I'm doing the promotional tickets of my sales and whatever I'm doing, and I'm making sure that no matter what, that I focus upon just giving all the money that I can, because I have no shame about this. I have no shame about making my birthday this way. I'm making sure that I understand Jesus Christ is saying it's the best way. I mean, it's the best way to just give more money. I mean, just give more money anyway. And the more money you give, the better for you. I mean, you understand? I mean, focus on saying that it's much more professional for me anyway to give more money. And as I understand, that's already, let's say, around $1,100 to promote my events. You understand? And now I have a number. I have a number already upon how much that is. So making sure anyway, this first event has to be successful, and that's it. Which that means for the first 6 entries that come in to my door is already money back. I already make money back on the first 6 entries. When I was saying that Tony Robbins did have 7 people at his seminar, and his first seminar, he had 7 people. You understand? So I have to break the record. I understand, although guess what, I promise you, no matter what, I have to go and do better than that anyway. So making sure every single day that I'm learning very quickly upon how I need to go and do live. So as I do live, I focus upon closing my eyes and just dreaming about something. And I talk to myself. And that's it. I make sure that no matter what, that as I'm speaking about life and as I'm doing my life, I'm planning. And as I plan my life, I do greater and greater and greater. And that's it. I make sure that I'm doing my life in a better way, and I focus upon helping my life succeed every single day, and focus upon different ways of conclusion of success every single day to understand it's everything in the word I. And then I focus on my life. Focus on making sure that I have more enough every single day to succeed, and I focus on my love for myself.